Yeah, so as promised, here is the second video, and we're talking about our game week picks for game week one in the 2026-2027 season of the EPL. This is the fantasy football. Just tell you that the three of us are back again for another season, and we hope for we hope to do much better than we did in the last season. Hoping to give you the best tips and advice. Okay, so again, just to tell you, to enter, please join our. You're invited to our season three mini league, and the code is as below. Oh, crawler's not there. It's coming up soon. Okay. Without further ado, let's go straight to the first point that we are going to talk about. Okay, which is your defense. Okay, go.
All right. So for defense, the goal and clean sheet prediction. So in order for you to set a good team with potential clean sheets, so here we can see the highlights are Arsenal with the highest chance of getting clean sheet for the first game, Man City against Bournemouth, and the third one is Manchester United. So you can see later on from our picks, these will be the three major teams that we are looking at um, to score the highest potential clean sheet. If you notice, the other teams are pretty far away from this value. The next closest would probably be Liverpool at 2.01. Yeah, so you can use this table and see. And the next one is, of course, below Liverpool is Chelsea at 1.91. So these are the few teams to look out for: Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, as well as Chelsea.
Okay, thank you, Bruce Springsteen, and we go over to Pio. Pio,
Uh, wow. I'm just surprised that Kinski is in 60% of all the teams. So he's going to be a very, very popular pick here. Uh, I'm thinking that Raya is going to be a differential, which is quite interesting because last season we all know Raya was part of the template team, but this time, wow, Kinski and Verbruggen. So it looks like most managers are going to be rotating these two, Kinski and Verbruggen together based on their fixture schedules. But the rest, defense-wise, 51% for Calafiori. Why suddenly? What happened to that whole
Too
Gabriel Saliba?
expensive, too
Gabriel,
expensive.
cheap.
Gabriel is too
Calif-
expensive.
Yeah, Califore is our poor man's entry to the
Yes,
Arsenal defense.
yes.
I mean, you have Mosquera because Saliba is
Saliba may
injured,
be
right?
back. Yeah.
Oh, he may be back. Okay. But wow, I just think that Shaw, 44%. I'm a
And
United fan, and I'm
Maguire, can you
convinced
see
by United's
Maguire there?
defense.
Shaw and
Yeah,
Maguire,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah, so I mean Maguire for the headers, but I'm a United fan,
Mm.
and I'm not convinced by United's defense as of now. Okay,
But you can see from
so
the stats, right? From the stats, is a potential clean sheet is in the top three.
yeah, only for the first game, unless you're going for a bench boost or something like that, lah. So which is what
Mm,
some
mm,
managers are doing, lah. So
Yeah.
mm.
yeah, I mean, he's a cheap entry to United's defense. He's started every single preseason match so far. So looks like Shaw is going to be starting.
Mm. So same. I think we have the same issue with the Man City because your other option is Maguire, but
Mm.
Guardiola actually is the one who gets the nod ahead because of price. Also, again,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unless
Maguire
you
is
want to
slightly more
do,
expensive.
unless you want to have a differential like Nunes, but then again, it depends on whether he starts or not.
Mm. Okay. Oh, for the first time, we're actually focused and on target. I like this
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah.
Now,
Focus, focus.
let's go. Okay, what's this?
All right. This one, what is this? This is the attack. So we have talked about the defense, so this is the attack. So on top,
Yes.
the 2026-27 update shows you the those are the percentage points difference between last year and this year. So this year you can see the highest percentage striker that everyone has is none other than your in and out João Pedro. Okay, and he has gained with 26 percentage points, meaning that there are a lot more people. Don't laugh at my voice, there are a lot more people having João Pedro in their in their starting lineup as compared to last year. Haaland has dropped. I think that may change after the Charity Shield game. Fernandez has dropped also as compared to last year. What has increased really a lot is Calvert Lewin as part of that strike force. I think the template strike force at the moment would be João Pedro, Haaland, and Calvert-Lewin. And yeah, so those are the three ones. And of course, Mbuemo, because his injury to Sesko, Mbuemo is up front, right? So there's a lot of teams with him in the starting 11 as well.
What's your
You're
potential
not you're
factor
shaking your
even
head,
for
Pio. Why?
I'm just okay. From a United fans' perspective, I don't think we are so optimistic right now. If Sesko, our out and out striker, is injured and Mbomo is not a natural striker up front, and we have not gotten in any players, I don't know what to say lah. Never mind, that's a United thing. But
Maybe for
okay?
Bruno. There are a lot
Yeah.
of people with Bruno, and Bruno is $12. So let's see later in our team selection whether
Just
we can fit all the major players in.
if you're gonna try and put Haaland and Bruno in, you're gonna be making some compromises elsewhere. Lah. So this is what you wanna think about when you do this kind of high value players.
Mm.
Okay, so the locked in
Yeah.
players.
So I've taken a look at many different expert teams. So a lot of them, for a lot of teams, these are the five players that seem to be locked in to
Hmm.
many expert teams. Um, and Bruno is in there. That's why I'm also rethinking about my strategy. So Bruno is in many of their teams. Sabusla is in many of their teams, although he's playing deeper. João Pedro just scored again. Haaland and Calvert-Lewin has also been scoring. So yeah, this seems to be the five players in the many expert teams around the world.
Hmm. No real surprises here. Lah. But let's look at. Okay, so by the way, we wanted to talk about chip strategy, right? I and watching others and actually doing a bit of research, I realized that a lot of people are considering doing a bench boost in game week one and game week. Why is that?
I can tell
I
you,
actually don't know, but a lot of experts were just saying, okay, I just want to get rid of it. I'm not sure. So why it started last season, I think. Pio, maybe you have
Hmm.
other views on that.
well, I think because we have two sets of chips, right, available, one for the first half of the season, one for the second half of the season. So people are thinking there are
Mm,
not going to be any double gamers anyway in the first half of the season, and
mm,
this seems like a good time when teams are still settling in. And for this game week one, it's because most of these teams that you saw earlier, we covered in the clean sheet stats, right? They are facing promoted teams, newly promoted teams. So that's why they are thinking that there's going to be an all-out, going to be a high-scoring one against, especially the newly promoted teams like Hull, Ipswich. Yeah,
mm. Yeah, I think you made a good point because that's why you can see they're either going to bench boost. You can see highlighted in yellow. They're either going to
mm,
bench boost in game week one or game week two, and then
mm.
followed up by a wild card in game week four, game week six. So team and they will probably have players that will have to play in their bench, and then later on they will switch again at game week four, game week six. Triple captain potential is in game week three. That's a possibility. You don't see any more after that because most of them will probably wait until beyond game week six to play their triple captain.
So the triple captain is likely going to be on Haaland, I think, in game week three because right now he's still coming up to fitness. So most
Mm.
teams, if they are going to be on their bench boost, may not feature Haaland in their team for game week one at least.
With 15 million spent on him, but not feature him. Interesting.
So they
Okay.
may they may transfer him in again for game week two. So that's why they may have
Uh,
4.5 to 5 mil in the
yeah.
bank for game week one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, right. So in other words, they calculate with him in mind.
Correct.
Yeah, but that's quite nuts when you have to consider it that way because you have. I guess it makes sense because I don't think his prices are going to go any higher than that. Okay, point taken then. Okay, so let's look at the first set of players. Who's this? This yours, bro?
This
Mhm.
is mine. This is mine? Yeah, this
No,
is mine.
is this
No, this
yours?
is not mine. I don't have
Oh yeah, this is
Kinski.
mine. Go Armstrong. Okay, so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
this
yeah.
was the my actually my first draft. So you can see here I have all the major players. I got Raya, I got Calafori, Guardiol. Shaw. So you got those three defenders there. I got Semenyo inside. I got Rogers, Bruno G, Mbuemo, and then this Armstrong kid from Everton. So that's some insider information. He's been playing well for preseason. And then you got Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, and João Pedro. So you got a lot of very mouth-watering players here. However, the main player that I do not have in this template is Bruno Fernandes. So that's why saving Bruno Fernandes of $12 and downgrading him into Mbuemo has allowed me to come up with a team with Raya and all the major players uh, in this
The
team,
other Bruno instead.
but except
Brought
Bruno.
in. Yeah, you brought the other Bruno in. Guimares.
Yeah, like
Mm, mm. Actually, this team looks like everybody's gonna play. So this is a potential bench boost team as well. Okay. Moving on. This is me. Um, I put it this way. This is again, as both of you said, this is probably draft one. Not exactly sure how I want to approach it yet, but I have the three mentioned strikers, João Pedro, Haaland, and Calvert-Lewin on there, hoping that Soboslai and Mbuemo do well. Gross is one of the differentials that I think I have that a lot of you don't have. I also have Bruno there. Semenyo is a question. I don't know whether he's going to perform as well this season as he did towards the end of last season. Alternatively, if I wanted another way into the Man City midfield, I will look at Anderson. Uh, that would be a good
Should be interesting.
other replacement to put there. Yep.
Mm. But you may be in
I
Yes.
danger of having four Man City players if you put
Yeah.
Anderson in there.
But that means I will be replacing Semenyo. So if
Right.
yeah, it's hard to leave him out after what he did last season. Okay.
Mm.
So you have a judgy look.
no, I just want to say that I know we don't want to say when we did this recording, but I just want to say that the Charity Shield, 25 seconds since it started, and Arsenal are leading 1-0. And guess who has scored? Colour Fury.
Really? Maybe that's a
Colour Fury.
sign. That's a
So that's why we
sign.
mentioned Colour Fury, and we talked about it, and now I just see Colour Fury just scored. He's playing
Okay,
such a
then
fun position.
Lucky I have him in
let's
my team. How many points is that for future prospect? I
I
think
don't
we
know.
better get him.
Let this
I
run
think
this
before
out so
our
we can watch
recording, we
that
better
game.
get him before the price goes up, even before the
Yeah.
season starts.
It's not going to, folks who are
Yeah.
listening, please. It's not going to go up until game week 1 starts. So
Yeah.
you can still make your changes if you want to.
Speaking
But
of
yeah,
which, PO, this is yours.
No, this is mine. This is my
this is
This
not
second
is
mine.
yours
draft.
still.
This is
Yeah,
This
not
this
is
is
your
my
mine.
second
second
draft.
draft.
This
Yeah,
is
so I
yours.
Yeah, this is my second draft.
Yeah.
So this is my second draft. I have Bergman and Kinski, two very reliable keepers at only 4.5. So you see, I've replaced my Raya that was in my previous draft to these two very reliable keepers. I like this option is because both are 4.5 and both are playing keepers, so they can interchange. So those who don't have a good fixture, they can interchange. So I like this option. And my defense remains somewhat the same, but I got a 4.0 Oshia from Ipswich.
Sorry, sorry.
Oh, what happened?
No,
Oshia
that's
from
too fine.
Ipswich. Okay, I think Fauzan has left his game his team out. Anyway, Oshia from Ipswich. So he's also a starting centre half. There's a potential for goals there. And then in midfield, you can see I have Bruno Fernandes, Semenyo, Szoboszlai, Pascal Gross, and that Armstrong kid from Everton again. So I have the major midfielders lah, the Bruno Fernandes, and then the template up front, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, and João Pedro. This is when I remove Mbuemo and put in Bruno Fernandes. So I don't have the other star midfielders like Morgan, Rogers, and all that. But I have Bruno Fernandes in. So it's like a security blanket in case he does very well.
Okay, I'm gonna try to add this on the fly. This is supposed to be PO's team. Let's have it in.
Your team or your team?
PO.
Okay. Right. So this is my team.
Alright.
I am going to give a disclaimer out. This was an auto pick team. I have been putting off setting my team for longest time, so I will definitely be making changes. But when this auto pick team came out, I started looking at this team, and then I realized that there's some value to having this kind of so we've seen the no Bruno template, we've seen the no Haaland team. This one is the no Bruno, no Haaland team. So if you want to be a
Wow,
differential, you want to be daring, right?
that's
So you can
quite
take a look at this.
amazing.
And it's got Calafiori. Whoa, AI knows,
Uh,
man. AI knows. Um, Raya is interestingly the differential here.
mm,
When it was not the last season, because everyone has Kinski, right, in the team. So this one is Guehi and O'Reilly. O'Reilly might be something of a threat lah, because of the fact that Guardiola is back already. Of course, Shaw is a template. This one, as A Game mentioned just now, Rogers is in this team, and I think Rogers has been performing quite well. So
mm,
the value in this team is that it does not have that much of the Champions League teams, Champions League players in the team. It
mm.
has the non-Champions, non-Europe teams, which means that they have more, they have a greater rest and all that lah. And then people are forgetting Thiago did well last season, and
Well,
Brentford
he's
are out. And the
Brentford
last
beat
friendly, they
Stuttgart
scored two
seven
goals.
zero. You know,
Yeah,
Brentford
so
beat
Thiago scored
Stuttgart
two
7-0.
goals. Correct. Yeah, Thiago scored two goals. Schade had four goal contributions, two goals and two assists, and he's a midfielder. So
Yeah,
and
and
he's
he's at
playing at the out
six
of
dollars only. You know, is at six
yeah,
dollars. So
yeah,
tempting.
exactly, and he's out of for out of position player because he's playing at a really advanced position as a striker. So that's one that I'm looking at. And I mentioned in the last podcast that we had that Davies from Ipswich. Yeah, it's a toss up between O'Shea and Davies. O'Shea is the centre back who will be up for the goals during the corners and all that. Davies, on the other hand, is on free kicks, a left back on free kicks. So that's a pretty interesting. It's like a Leighton Baines kind of a player from Ipswich. So if you want to, it's a toss up between the two for me lah. So yeah, so I'm putting these out. I know a lot of people have Soboslai, but I think this might be the season where Florian Wirtz may come into play.
Mm,
So if I have the cash, I'm gonna splash out zero point 0.5 more to bring Wirtz into my
mm.
team.
But
Florian
let's also
Wirtz.
point out that the AI team, you notice where they spend a lot of their money. They spend a lot of their money on their defense, all 5.5, 6.5,
Mm,
5.5. So I
mm,
think the AI knows that maybe the defenders this season will come good and give a lot of the points, especially if they keep clean sheet and have the defense contributions, right?
mm. Correct. So I thought it was a anyhow team, but actually now I'm starting to seriously think about some of these players that this AI has conjured up for me. Yep.
Yeah. Interesting to think about. Yep.
Mm.
So that's it for us. We've actually covered our game week one thoughts, and we will probably be making changes before the game week starts. Next week, Charity Shield is going on now. We're going to switch right over to it soon. So before we go, this is just a quick thank you. Again,
Yeah.
you
Thank you
wanna
to all
just
these. Yeah,
They are
thank you
not
to
our
all these
sponsors.
FPL sites. Yeah, all the not sponsors, but all these FPL sites that we've taken the data from. So, thank you very much. Maybe next time, Fauzan, we can do a live watch along of the of games. Maybe we can have people who watch us do a live
like
watch
uh,
along.
like the United stand, is it?
Something like that. Or
Mark
the
Wolvik.
Everton stand or the Cop end. Maybe they call it the Cop end. How about we call it the Cop end?
mm,
I'm out. You said I'm out.
Me too. I'm out
you,
at the exit.
you watch yourself. Yeah. Okay, Kev, so that's it for today. All the best for the game week one, and please remember to do all your changes right now. The
Right. And join our league, please.
yeah, generally yes. Eh, oh, never came out. Huh? This okay. Just
Yeah,
gonna show it once
Poland.
more.
There
Uh,
we go.
yeah.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go. Fantastic.
Okay.
Well
Again.
done on the fly.
Yeah. Yeah. If anything, just go back to this. Join us so that you can actually pit your skills against us in this season's tournament. Take care, everybody. All the best for game week one.
All right.